Hey, welcome to this edition of Keep It Real America. This evening I have a special guest visiting us from San Francisco Bay, but he's working over here in the East Bay, and that's Mr. Fleetwood. And he got a special mission that he's about. So Fleetwood, I'd like to welcome you to Keep It Real America. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed. Every day is a blessing.
All right.
Follow with a lesson. It's a pleasure to be here today. I thank you for allowing me to come here and speak to the people.
Yeah, well, I think you have a special mission. Now, you're on this mission down at McClymonds High School, and you got into a thing with the female basketball team, is that?
Most definitely. The Bay Area influenced many households nationwide in the early 60s, from the hippie movement to the Black Panther movement. And these movements were supported by strong women in those households. So my thing was, right now, I think it's only one form of the young woman being shown from our community. And I wanted to show the other side that really describes what the Bay Area is about, being brave and courageous. And I was honored to be able to run across a story about the McClymonds High School girl basketball team. They won the championship after 37 years. The boys usually win everything. But the true triumph and the true victory was what they did off the court. From avoiding teenage prostitution to pregnancy. And to stay on the team, they had to keep a grade point average, which they all did. And 3 other girls won scholarships to go on to college. So that was an amazing feat.
So I'm hearing they had high grade point averages. I'm hearing they stayed off the street. How did these women on the basketball team really make a change for McClymonds High School itself? How did the whole thing? How did you see it?
Well, I think the biggest change they made were they showed that being brave and courageous was possible from a young woman's standpoint. You know, right now it's a disrespectful description of the young women in Oakland. Teenage prostitution, human trafficking is an epidemic now for the last 5 or 6 years. So, it's a lot of young women that's going to McClymonds that deals with a lot of things in their life. And these young women that play basketball, they had enough heart and desire about themselves to continue to dream and not give up on their dreams. And, they made some of the right choices. Right. So I just commend them for that.
That's one thing that I really like is the fact that we are beginning to uncover the real story. We're beginning to look to find out the positive things in the community. Now, these young ladies, even though they were doing these positive things in their life, they still had some personal things that they were going through in their lives. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, one young lady who we really bonded, her name is Brianne Robinson. She was a senior forward. She won a scholarship to Iowa State.
All right.
Since she was in the 9th grade, she's been the caretaker of her mother, who currently has the HIV/AIDS virus.
Wow.
And they come from a big family in Oakland, and it's pretty much just been her and her daughter. And it's been really a devastating journey, a strengthening journey also for them both. I witnessed when it was time for Brianne to leave and go to college, the mother didn't want her to leave, but she had to let her daughter leave. She didn't know if she was going to die before her daughter graduated, but she didn't want her daughter to die in the streets of Oakland either. Wow. And her daughter felt the same way too. She didn't want to leave, and her mother died, but she didn't want to give up on her dream either, that possibly could foundate a financial future for her and her mother. So, that was one situation that was, really heartfelt that I witnessed, and then Daisy, she's a sophomore right now, one of the, most talented sophomore girls in the nation. She comes from a single household. She's witnessed siblings and also friends being victims of gun violence.
Oh, wow.
And a few times she was almost caught up in gun violence on her way to school. And then Nana, she's right now, she won a scholarship to Contra Costa. She comes from a Christian background, a very spiritual single mother background. And quite a few times peer pressure tempted her to go in a direction that she knew she wasn't supposed to go in.
Right.
And you know, like it's just it's a lot of traps waiting on these girls from the time they wake up in the morning till they get to school, till they get back to school.
Right.
I mean, till they get back home.
Right.
You know, so them just for a child to even make it to school and make it back home is a journey right now, and it shouldn't have to be that way, but that's what it is. So that's why once again I just commend them so much because you know these young women are brave.
So did you followed them through the whole season? You were at the games. You saw them on the court, leaving the court. You saw how the school responded to them, and you seen all that. Tell us a little bit about that. How did tell me? The school knew that they were going through these things. That they put their arms around them. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, unfortunately, what happened was I wasn't able to follow them. What happened was, I'm a writer, author. I put out a couple of books, and I felt it was time for me to debut my directorial visional concept to get on my Spike Lee, Steven Spielberg. I was at work one day, and I read about these girls in the sports page, and it happened to be May of last year, and they had just won a championship, and they actually was on their way to start pursuing their college career. I mean, college, education and career, and about to graduate from high school. So I had to get in touch with the writer of the story. The writer contacted me with the coach, and then I had a meeting with the girls, and I was able to sit them all down pretty much one time and interview them. And then what I did, I got experts from different aspects of life in the Bay Area and had them comment on the plight of young women. And then I got some footage from the coach, and I got some footage from their environment. So it's not really a traditional documentary where I follow them all around, because right when I came across the story, it was time for them to leave Oakland. They was about to go to school. So I didn't really have the opportunity, but it's really been, what I can say, it's really been rewarding to applaud young women and the strength of a woman. And just to be able to be part of something positive, it's like every time I tell somebody about what I'm doing, I get such a positive response, and they can't believe that a man would want to applaud young women in this aspect, and like I said, it's such a disrespectful description of our young women, and it's so much that young women go through for as peer pressure, trying to live up to a certain standard with the videos on TV, with the music, just to be, say, a tomboy, but believe in what you're doing took a lot of courage.
So this whole thing that we're about to have an opportunity to see is the whole thing of coming positive, expressing the positive, the change that's needed to say to the kids in the community, you can make a difference. And so you caught them when they were leaving one level and they were heading to the next level. Tell us a little bit about some of the academic achievements. You mentioned about the 3.9 earlier in our conversation. Tell us a little bit more about that. Tell us how many of them were scholastically great.
Well, they had to keep a 3-point grade point average even to stay on the team. But what blew me away and what was really refreshing was to listen to the admirations and the ambition of these young women when they was describing what they were going to go to school for. From psychology to one being a lawyer, from one to being an engineer. And like Brianna, she wants to come back to the community and start transitional homes for HIV infected people, So that's what kind of blew me away, was the future definitely began to look a whole lot brighter by hearing, what these young women had planned for their future, because like I told them, there's no limit to what they can achieve with the way they think. And
so how were they impressed with you when they were, one-on-one or group meetings? How did you feel they were impressed about you taking their stories?
At first, they was really standoffish because it was a trust issue. First of all, dealing with a man they never dealt with before. It was I had to earn their trust. You know what I'm saying? And my first of all thing, I just told them I appreciate them being who they were.
Cool.
So the more that they seen I was genuine with my process and what I was doing, the more they open up to me. And we all develop brother and sister relationships to this day. And, you know, it was just beautiful. And in the end, they just told me, Fleetwood, we love you. We love you for taking our time to let us tell our story.
Wow, that's remarkable.
I feel honored to be able to tell a story and be part of this journey, you know, because you know, I know for a fact it's going to touch the world. It's going to touch some little girl, some little boy. It's going to touch some mother, some father. And, you know, if we can do that, when we do that, not if, when we do that, then that's a great chance that this world going to change in a positive way. And that's the whole premise of what this is about.
You mentioned something earlier when we were you know, just kicking it before the show started.
Yes,
you
sir.
said it was planting. What was that? What was that phrase?
But the whole thing is, you know, I was in New York, and a lady told me a long time ago. She said, Fleetwood, learn how to be a good farmer, no matter what you do in life. You know, just simplify life to that essence, and you're gonna always be all right. So what I said earlier was, we're gonna water the seeds, because that's all our children are seeds. So all we got to do is get the dirt right, you know, get the weeds out the dirt, make sure ain't no rocks in there, nothing, so we can put the seeds where they supposed to be, and then we pour our water on them, which is our knowledge of life.
Right on.
Then we go back and nurture it as it grow, as the plant grow. Put the little stick beside it by, you know, giving them a solid pillar to lean on when they need to lean on, and let the plant grow up and let it blossom into a beautiful flower. These girls basically are roses just growing from a concrete, something so beautiful that came from something so ugly. And each one of the girls is a pellet on that flower.
Right on, right on.
You know, that's just, you know, the simplest way I can.
That's phenomenal, man, to have you elaborate on it in that capacity, because, see, a lot of people then forgot that we have to water those seeds. And what's really amazing, you have an uplifting experience that's going to come from this entire event, and
definitely.
That's starting on the 15th of February. Tell us a little bit about this. So now we heard about the water on the seed. Let's see how the stalk is growing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's very important that I let the community see this beautiful flower as it comes from the concrete. So what I first wanted to do before I put it in any kind of theater was have them come to, you know, a local venue, which we're going to be at 3105 Shattuck Avenue here in Berkeley at the La Pena Culture Center, February the 15th and February the 16th. On the 15th, it's going to be from 4 p.m. to 5:30, and then on the 16th, it's going to be from 7 p.m. to 8:30. And it was very important to me that I started off in this community where the story took place at, and a place that's known for inspiration and positivity. The La Pena Culture Center, that's all it's known for. So we just asking the public to come out and view this amazing change for the better. And I guarantee you, you will be inspired and you will be motivated by what you see. The Lady Warriors, all they do is make history in many ways.
So tell us again, now, where this is going to occur? Go ahead, tell it to us.
One more time, we're going to have an exclusive film screening. February the 15th, 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Then February the 16th, from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., 3105 Shattuck Avenue, the La Pena Culture Center. If you need any more information about it, you can email me at Fleetwood, that's FLEETWOOD _189 @hotmail.com. Also, you can log on to IJustWantABall.com. Look forward to seeing you there.
Great. Now, you know, you saw me passing him this card, but I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna hold this up here so maybe we can get you up a little closer, and you can see this card right here, and that's where it's happening. I just want a ball. I just want a ball. I just want a ball. And come on down to, tell them again.
La Pena Culture Center, 3105 Shattuck Avenue, February the 15th, 4 p.m. to 5:30. February the 16th, 7 p.m. to 8:30. Please don't miss it. This is definitely going to motivate you and inspire you. This is the essence of Black History Month, the courage and the courageousness that really describes what Oakland and Berkeley and this Bay Area is about.
So are you the new Spike Lee?
I'm just a farmer. I'm just a farmer.
I like
I'm
that.
just a
I like
farmer
that.
trying to pour some water on the seeds. if it's God's plan, I hope to do is to let people know that you can tell your story and help tell other stories visually. My thing is I want to learn as much as I can so I can share as much as I can. I started as a rap artist. I wrote a book 2009 about my life in the music business called Hip Hop Tried to Kill Me. Did pretty good. I self-published it, so now I go around and do literacy presentations to the youth. I teach them how to self-publish a book, market and promote it. So my thing is, I just tell people you can't cash a check unless you sign it. So it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to write. So don't limit yourself to writing a rap song. Once you learn how to write a rap song, well then do what Ice Cube did. Learn how to write a script.
There you go.
Once you write a script, you can learn how to write a book. Keep going. Your pen is a gift. If you're a writer, don't limit yourself to just a rap song. So my whole thing is to show the youth, which is the truth, that it is possible. Right. With hard work and faith, it can happen.
You see, there is a message. There's a mission. And there is a man that says he's going to see it be done. Now, he just said he comes to you, he talks to you. Tell us about a place. Where's the last place you went and did a little mentoringship with some folks? Well,
currently we over at Inner City Youth, 96 Broad Street over in San Francisco, California. Okay. We're doing a multimedia program. We're putting out a positive compilation project. And we're going to do a short film, a monologue, basically just ask the youth at what time did you realize in your life that your life would never be the same again? It don't have to be a negative experience or positive. Right. And we're just going to turn the camera on because we'll never know what our children are thinking unless we listen. And the best way to listen is to quit talking. So I'm just turning the camera on and let them talk. And also I work with the United Players, 1380 Howard Street, San Francisco, violence prevention after school program. And we work with Youth Uprising over here in Oakland. I like I said, I'm just trying to. I've been blessed, man, to know a few things.
Right on.
And I made a lot of mistakes in my life. So more than anything, I don't really trip on all the accomplishments that God has blessed me to make. But I try to share all my mistakes with the youth, and hope that'll prevent them from making some of the same mistakes that I made. And I just let them know dreams do come true, but it's not work until you do it. You got to work. No one's gonna give you nothing.
Yeah, my dad used to do it easy for me. He said, "Hey, this street over here, see that sign on that street, no entry?" He said, "That's because I've been down there. You don't need to go." Mm-hmm. And that was his way of letting me know I've already experienced this. And if you want to find out what's really going on down here, come talk to me. Don't go down there.
Most definitely.
And that's a positive thing to keep them from having a drastic change in their life, but keeping a positive change going on in their life.
Well, I've been taught that when you do something in life that you love to do, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
Right.
So, God gave everybody a gift. 9 times out of 10, whatever you like to do that you'll get up and do for free is a gift that you was given. You just have to find a legal way to get paid for it. So I tell all the youth, just make sure you associate yourself with people smarter than you and people that's going in the direction of life that you want to go in, because your association will always determine your destination in life. It's just that simple.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head with that. But before we can leave out of here,
yes, sir.
Why are we wearing shades?
Well, we're wearing shades because sometimes Hollywood can be so bright. Hollywood can be so bright, but it doesn't reflect the inner inside your soul. See,
now that came straight from Fleetwood. Did you get that? Say that. Tell them again. Tell them that.
I said Hollywood can be so bright that it doesn't reflect the innerness that's inside your soul. So that's why sometimes it's good to wear shades to keep the brightness out your eyes and don't really represent what Hollywood is about.
Well, man, look, I want to appreciate you being the first on, Keep It Real America.
Yes, sir.
And I have the pleasure of being with Mr. Fleetwood here, and he has just elaborated on some things that I think will make our kids' lives change. And I wish you much success, my brother.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
And put me on in your head. You need somebody to come and hang out and talk to the kids. Come get the best, because you know what? The rest is still yet to come.
I like that.
All right?
I like that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, for sure.
Peace.
We'll see y'all again next time on Keep It Real America. This has been Rodney Best, my special guest, Fleetwood, man of many, and we'll be back the next time. Take care. Have a good evening. What do you think?
Man, that was powerful.
Yeah, we got it. All right.
That was powerful. I like it.